love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop, just look up, don't I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't stop, just look up, don't stop.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are back at the lab. We are racing some Porsche GT4 Cups. Things are a little bit jumbled around right now. This week, we're going to be going to Germany. We're headed to the Sachsenring, and then next week, we will be headed back to the US of A and to the NOLA Motorsports Park. But headed out to the 13-turn German MotoGP track. Been running since 1998. Has been mostly been hosting the ADAC GT Masters and other championships on four wheels. But since then, it has been home to some great MotoGP racing across the 13 corners. It has. I think the most interesting is turn 1 through turn 7, the first sector 1 and sector 2. That's going to be Coca-Cola all the way through Sternkel. And no, folks, I do not sprechen the Deutsch. That will not be something I will be partaking in tonight. Although I'll give it a actually, I take that back. I'm going to give it a shot. Just for all you folks. I'm going to give it a shot. Sternkel, Castrol Omega, Coca-Cola Curve, and Sachsen Curve are the only 4 German things I need to pronounce. So I think I've got it covered. We're going to move right on into it. And looking at the back side of the course out of Sector 2 and into Sector 3, it's really just flat out and managing some of these blind apexing, cresting hills. And the drivers are really going to be setting it in these heavy GT4 cars that really are going to act like a pendulum in Sector 1. Drivers have already been complaining about tires, tire wear, and the degradation that they're going to be facing here with the heat. It is quite hot. We're up into the 30s already. Thank you, Philip Hornberger. I've got the official blessing of someone who may know a little bit more German than me. So thank you for that. But we'll keep on trying as the night goes on. And we do want to talk about the championship points. I always seem to forget to do this. That seems to be something that's a little unforgivable these days. The championship is really, really tight. I'm going to give credit to the idea to go points all the way down the grid, or something like that. In P1, we've got Bearded with 100 points. And in second place, we've got Andrew with 80 points and Quas with 65 in third place. Then back to P-Man, it's 55, Huck Farrell with 54, Jay Styles with 50, Nick Rojas with 46, Oleg with 45, Ben B with 44, and Devon with 43. And that's down to 10th place. DJ Harris in 11th with 39 points, Kong with 38, Matt DLH with 36, Riot with 34, Brett Shepard with 31, UJ2K with 31. That's down to 16th. Then we got Shu, Atomic Mai, Misha, and Kevaduty from 27 down to 23. So it's really anybody's championship. Oh, excuse me. We got more scrolling to do. So past Kevaduty in 20th place, we've got Valoni with 22 points, Misfit with 19, FFX with 17, William M with 12, The Lolrus with 8, and F1 with 6. Oh, we're still on the flyer? Yes, we are, because we are still in free practice. I apologize. We've got a couple more minutes to go by before we get over there. But yes, these graphics, the whole shebang, looks pretty nice and is created by a wonderful team here at the lab. I must give credit to. It's definitely not something I'm quite capable of doing. But that's the championship rundown for you. We've got a ton of points left on the board to be had. And I really, really wonder what type of strategy some of these drivers are going to want to be playing. Sachsenring is almost like no other, with an extremely patient first sector and pushing hard through Sector 2 and then onto Sector 3. Let's get going. The drivers are headed out of pits now without any delay. It is a scatter for the pit exit. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you everybody for showing up and hanging out. And thank you to our supporter Busey, who is supporting the stream and broadcast team by going through the VOD and watching live and logging all of the incidents and action for the team. So thank you very much to our newest team members and everybody who's doing the Thirsty Thursdays as well. We got some new staff members doing that as well. I can't remember who it is. Let me take a look at the Discord while we have a chance to do so. We go through our opening lap. We have plenty of time to sit and shoot the breeze, I believe. Just between you and me. Some of that rhymed. This is Thursdays. I believe that's going out to Devon and P-Man are the newest on board for trying to do the Thirsty Thursday event. So thank you very much to them for being a part of that and putting together some good Thirsty Thursday events for the squad. Always some good activities here at the lab. Remember that although the series runs on Wednesdays, there is a group practice event, an open track session on Monday nights at the same time, 8 p.m. it goes live. But you'll always see drivers trickling in and out throughout the night, so if you're there early, there late, there's always going to be somewhere there to join the track with you, keep it warm. 17 minutes on the clock right now. 4:02 p.m. at the ring, apparently. Awfully hot. Makes a lot of sense. Camera people working hard. Gonna have to get some ice water for them. Look at that guy out there getting beat down by the sun. Not a canopy in sight. Check our view, unlike this one. Steering right into the middle of a K-rail. Thank you very much. Ooh. Guesses coming out from the crowd. Money's being placed. Elevate 35 says that Shu's going to place in the top 5. Holy Toledo, he's holding on to it with a 40.683 right now. He's in it right now, but a lot of people, you know, half the grid has yet to set a lap. And as they do, Chewbacca gets pushed down the grid one by one. He claws back with a 29.1, making steady improvements as he comes to grips with the track, and everybody starts building some gaps. Everybody cycling into the line. Bearded Diego and Andrew. I don't think we saw Diego in round 1. Perhaps a name that may have changed, if not a new driver to the ring. But 4th place going to Kong. He jumps up to the top there with a 127.712. Looking at the Beijing Cowboy in a nice Barbados badge livery with some back at the lab badging on it. Looking good for Ride as well as Skittles Mobile. Green rainbow for him. FFX joining the party in the number 22. Can't wait to see what he's driving tonight. He's always got good, sweet liveries. And Riot pushing hard, going to the line. Hopefully not getting slowed down by the car in front. He isn't. The 126.886. Good enough for 2nd place right now, but there's a lot of time left, and it's a short lap here, so drivers may not want to burn themselves out trying to push out for qualifying position unless they really think that staying out in front early is going to be what makes or breaks their race. If there's a car spun out, and that looks like Devon at the end of the lap, spun out there. It's a kind of off-camber uphill turn. It really unsettles the car, and it can cause you to get really unbalanced when you get back on throttle and just send it around. As Porsches like to do, Andrew up into 4th place. I think I just saw that out of the corner of my eye with a 127.1 snapping back. Chewbacca is still keeping an eye on you with a 127.6 now in 7th place. Didn't get pushed back too far. Misha getting through the traffic ahead in the number 4. Traffic behind Misha as well. I figure who that is. That's Chewbacca behind. The 127.7, not faster than previous. That sure is a nice livery. Misha does have good taste. Got a lot of unique liveries running up and down the grid. I think a couple of ones that are pulled from race department that still look good. Brett Shepard's out here with one, I think. On board with Ben B. Let's see what he's capable of doing. Coming out of the Sector 2 right now and headed out into Sector 3. Pushing hard. Blind apexes up these hills. Really got to have a lot of faith in the car. Heard him just with a tiny lift. Hesitation. He pushed through, but he's really got the momentum underneath him. This is an outlap, obviously, but still. He's going after it. Getting a lot of heat in the car. It might not be an outlap for Ben B. It's not. It's a 127.5. You could see it on his dash. I was a little confused for a second. But that's a darn good lap out of Ben B. Let's see how he navigates Sector 1. I feel like he's going to think that he can pick up some time here. You can see it under the leaderboard on the left-hand side. His gain, loss, delta, Motac display. He's pretty much dead even through Sector 1. It's all about how he gets pulled through Sector 2. And on the throttle, he's gaining leaps and bounds. A couple of tenths in his pocket. Oh, he had to let off the throttle early, though. This really might compromise him. On this backside. Oh, he's got it. There's a crash up ahead. I think that's right. Did it distract him? I don't think so. He's got his throttle pinned. A little bit of hesitation there out of Ben B, and he loses some time through Sector 3. That is definitely a good lap around Sachsenring. Definitely a good lap around the ring right now. Good call, Ben. Excuse me. Good call, Elevate. That is Bearded with a half a second a lap quicker than the rest of the field right now. Andrew's out there with a 26.6 to Bearded's 26.1. So a lot of time left out on the field to be made up from the drivers. I wonder if that's a track comfortability thing, or if it's a rhythm and flow thing that the drivers are still having to get used to. Devon going up a 27.3 and promoting himself into 7th place for this qualifying session. UJ2K with a 129.4 right now as they lead. I believe that's Oleg behind. Oh, having a big wiggle. Oh, no. And that's side-by-side contact as they cross the line together. Really, just that instability you were talking about a second ago. Just got on the throttle and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Ooh. Car spins around on you. These heavy GT4 cars really will act as a pendulum. If you let them go around, if you let them start swinging on you, they will go round on you. There's just no denying that. Atomic Mime in a beautiful Pokemon-themed livery. Representing Team Rocket It, though. Not sure how much we can support that, but an Arizona IST livery sounds nice on a hot summer day. Huckster 9th place with a 127.5. Quas, we know Quas could make up some time and give Bearded a run for his money. What is he doing? He's a 126.6 right now. Still half a second back from the Beard Man, but immediately warps to pits after that. Knows he's got time left out on track. He's going to go pick it up. FFX to the line. Looks to have been out on an outlap. Matt doing things. Chicken wings. Matt's doing 2/10 better than their previous. A little bit of a Canadian standoff, it seems. Both drivers trying to give way to each other there on the backside of the track. And Matt loses out on that lap, but maybe gains a friend in the process. Okay, Nick Rojas, excuse me, with a 128.2 going up into 13th place there. That's what it was, what it looked like. I call him as I sees him. Sorry, Devon with a 126.8 in 5th place. Well, someone did it. They left the stream. In that case, good riddance, no offense. Just a joke, I swear. Anyways, moving on to the rest of qualifying. 6:30 left on the clock. Track is fully rubbered in now. That's Ben B in the gray, white, and red. And AutoCam doing me no favors today. As we go back to the Atomic Mine. AutoCam, I don't know what you're up to these days, but man, you might need some help. Atomic Mine getting to the line. 28.0 for them. 13th place, bumping Nick Rojas back with their 28.2. I feel like the drivers really left a lot of time on the board. Definitely a gap of the 26ers and the 27s back to the 28s. Excuse me. So I think some of the drivers really are feeling with the rhythm, feeling with the rhyme, and they're getting jiggy. It's bobsled time. And some of the drivers really aren't. And they might be doing a little bit of Einweinstein. Or maybe it's the other way around. You know, you got some Jamaican bobsledders out here when they need to be doing the Einweinstein and getting with the Sachsenring, if you know what I mean. But time will tell if Bearded's 126.1 is good enough to hold on to a race win. Because consistency will be key here, as mistakes will be punished with grueling side-by-side battles, which will cost the drivers heaps of time, as we saw in the last race. Just absolutely costing the drivers so much time. Oleg out of the corner of my eye, saw him with a 128.1. P-Man with a 28.2. Looks like Andrew's got a 26.0 pulled out of his pocket. And that's good enough provisionally for first place. Gives Bearded a run for his money. Now that battle's within a 10th. Andrew's now going to the pits, I would assume. Bearded warps back to the pits after seeing that lap being posted. He might have put some extra fuel in the car and was just driving around, having a good time, getting ready for the race. Now might have to take out that fuel and get ready for another hot lap. No, Bearded stays in the pits for now, but Andrew is going out now. Maybe he's putting the full fuel in to see what a full fuel load will feel like. And cautiously letting UJ2K by, as Andrew does. Very heads-up driver he is. Of course, the NCRC, Andrew. I believe that's the Northern California Racing Club. He is the, I believe, founder of that organization. If you're interested in track days or motorsport events, I believe he is the man to get a hold of, folks. And obviously, you can find him on our Discord. And back at the lab. That's our Discord. Come find us. Come join us. That's the whole thing. We race. We drive cars. Some of us drive cars. Other of us, we just talk about our friends driving. Oh, Andrew with a big old wiggle there. I really do think that Andrew put in a full fuel load and is toting around now. We're doing in the final 2.5 minutes left, and let's see what Bearded's doing. We might be able to go on board with Bearded and see how much fuel he has. 5, nope, just so is the 20 liters. That's the AC standard, unfortunately. I wish there was a way for me to see actual fuel, but at least the rest of the Motec display works, which is awesome. Really just so tentative on the throttle through this just never-ending turns that you face in Sector 1 and Sector 2. It's just going to be so interesting to see how the drivers are going to accordion into each other and away from each other on the opening couple of laps. And just full faith there. Holy Toledo. Throttle pin, puts his car 50-50 right across the curb. Oh, and those downshifts, really knowing right where he needs to be braking and downshifting to get the most out of that deceleration zone. Here we go, through the final corner. There it is, the rear end just gets so light on him and he just anticipates it. Bearded with another 126, 162. Oh, looks like a mind punt for the 21 ahead. I think that was Baloney, maybe. No, I don't know who that was. In 18th place, that's Kevaduty. Excuse me. Kevaduty, Kevaduty, Kevaduty. Kevaduty, Kevaduty, Kevaduty. Who is this newcomer Diego, though? I'm interested to get some sniffings in on him. If anybody's got the deets on the new guy, you let me know. But glad to see another full grid here back at the lab with all the challengers here for qualifying. This is going to be a spicy one, and the championship being this close, I think the drivers really are going to leave it out on the line for this race. And it's a good thing, too. Got a couple more grueling races coming up, but I think this one will be one of my favorites for sure. Kyalami and Macau coming up towards the end are going to be really, really, really exciting as well. And to qualifying now, we saw Andrew just snake away P1 from Bearded right in the final couple of minutes of qualifying. Bearded with his 126.1 nailed that early to make sure that that was dictated all throughout the field, that he had the pace to hold it down quickly. Quas with a 126.3 holding down third place. Riot with a 126.4 fourth place. Ben B the 126.8. Devon with an 8 as well. Diego with a 126.9. That's it for the front runners, folks, in the 126 categories. But then it's back to Kong in 8th place with a 127.1. Huck Farrell, Chewbacca, Brett Shepard, Misha, Matt DLH, Atomic Mime in 14th, Oleg in 15th place with Nick Rojas in 16th place with the 128.1, P-Man, UJ2K, Cavaduty, the Bajan Cowboy in 20th, and that's Valoni in 21st with FFX in 22nd place, and William M not getting a lap in yet, and DJ Harris not setting a lap either. So 23rd and 24th for them, and I'm high and I'm sitting in the pits. I do want to talk to some of the drivers. Who do we want to talk to, folks? Getting Andrew in here. Andrew's getting awfully feisty. Let's see if we can get them involved. Andrew, hello, and are you available?
Yes, sir. How's it going? Hi.
I'm living the dream. How about yourself, sir?
Hey, I can't complain. That's my first poll in I don't know how long, so it feels good.
Oh, that's amazing. Right on. And snaked it away from Bearded, who had posted that 126 early. Did you think you had it in you? Had you seen a 126 before? Or.
No, that was a half second up on my PB,
Oh,
so I'm
wow.
not really sure where it came from, but just every corner there was a tenth, and just kind of I had like 3 laps running that it was running that low, but I'd screwed it up on the last corner, and that one I just slowed the last corner down just a little bit, make sure I get it to stick, and yeah, held on to it.
That's awesome. So talk to us about that last corner. We've talked about it in chat a little bit. And just how bad is it? Is it bad as it looks? We've seen at least 4 drivers spun off there now.
It's super deceiving. It looks like it's actually a fairly fast corner, but you got to get the turn in right. A little bit too early, and you dump the wheels into the gravel on the outside, and there's no recovering. And then yeah, if you hook it in too much, also with a little bit of lift, you can get it to spin. So yeah, that's the last corner, and yeah, it's definitely one of the trickier ones on the track because it sets up the whole run down the main straight.
Yeah, and that really is one of the longest straights out here because the whole backside isn't really a straight, but it is flat out. And again, you get the exit of sector 2 wrong, and that sets up your entire run down the back straight. So
Yeah.
the
I
interesting battles.
I expect to see some fun overtakes going into turn one with people that get a little loose on that last corner.
Oh, hopefully it's not too interesting into turn 1. Well, at the greatest set, good luck, Andrew.
Thank you.
Right on. Glad to talk to some of the drivers. We are going to have a little bit of time, I think, before we get going. So let's try to do a little bit of a livery walkthrough. So we saw Andrew's livery. Now we're on to Bearded now. Oh, and it looks like we're messing up. Quas with the AMG driving performance. As he takes a look over at us. Skittles for the Riot Mobile. It looks like Ben B's in Akunos number 1. I'm off there. Devon in the number 6. 99 for Matt DLH. Looks a lot in the Arizona livery. Oh, and we've run out of time. I apologize. Lights are going on, and away we go. Here we go, away and towards turn 1. Let's see if Andrew was right. Will it be madness on turn 1, lap 1? Mostly neat and tidings, a little bumping in the rump in there. Looks like Atomic Mime got a little old hurry up at the start, but not too crazy. No major catastrophes. Definitely wouldn't throw out a red flag, except for that DLH car floating around in the background. Heard that sand right there. Uh-oh, change for the lead. Looks like Andrew lost out to Bearded early on. Definitely missed out there. Andrew's still within touching distance, though. You know this isn't over yet. Uh-oh, looks like Devon had a major incident tumbling down the order. Down into 20th, down to the back of the grid already. On board with Quas. Ooh, Bearded was just a little wide. Andrews getting awfully close. Only 2/10 back now. Quas has the best seat in the house. The front runners battle. Looks like there's another little kerfunkle going on with Ben B and Quas in the background. Little side by side going down the front straight. Like Riot's now through on Ben B. Ben B slipping out into the strip sleeve, but there's another battle going on at the front. It's Quas trying to get a switchback on Andrew. It looks like Riot is through on Ben B. That position is secured, and also secured up ahead is Andrew's defense on Quas, but that's allowed Bearded to walk away with almost a 1.5 second gap. And now Oleg's the victim of some catastrophe and bad luck, down into 19th place for them. Looks like the Atomic Mime and Brett Shepard are going side by side at the exit of Sector 2. Things have finally settled down between the two of them. And Chewbacca, our man, sitting right in front of this man, Nick Rojas, we're on board with. Running in 13th place. 14th place for Rojas. Fastest lap of 126.5. With race fuel coming out for Bearded. A lot of purple laps coming out for the drivers. That's individual for this timing tower leaderboard. Apologize if there's any confusion. Oh, UJ2K is definitely under threat now. From the Beijing Cowboy, up in 17th place. Threatening the number 10. Back at the lab, liveried car. Looks like UJ2K narrowly missed the hairpin there, but is he setting himself up better for the final sector? I don't think so. He's definitely under threat. Ooh, a little bit of a checkup there for the Beijing Cowboy. UJ2K's car is awfully loose. Ooh. Might be a little distracted. The car definitely does not look like it's driving on wheels for him right now. And Andrew's driving away from Quas just a little bit. 0.2 at a time, but it'll be enough to get away from that slipstream, I think. There it is. Oleg's getting sucked into this battle. UJ2K made a mistake. Now Oleg's being thrusted ahead behind the Beijing Cowboy, side by side with UJ2K going wide at turn 1. Is able to hold on. UJ2K holds the position. Going wide and going long at turn 1. The long way around sure is hard to secure it. Gonna see a lot of opportunistic moves, but Oleg going for a nice little switchback. Reminiscent of Fernando Alonso's move at turn 9 last weekend. Up the inside of the exit of the fast bits. Onto the fast bit, excuse me, and he's through. Very nicely executed. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Auto camera, take it away. There's a battle. It's Matt DLH with Devon. Number 99 side by side. Into the Sachsenring curve. Oh, switchback engaged for the Arizona Mobile. The 99 secures it as Devon had a big old wiggle going into that corner, but trying again to make a look to see if the Arizona car will check up. He sure won't, going wide at the runoff, trying to fight the Beijing Cowboy in the Barbados car. 09 taking a look at Devon, who looks to be making mistakes now. The Beijing Cowboy is looking to was looking to make a move and then runs into the Arizona car that was checking up because the I believe that was Devon had run long on the inside of turn 1, so unfortunate incident for the drivers. But now the Atomic Mime is fighting P-Man up the inside out of the exit of turn 2. A big old oops indeed. Oleg was able to make that move at turn 6 right there, and then that battle was at turn 7. As I'm now just getting started to get familiar with the track, I'll get better by race 2, I promise, as Nick Rojas makes a look at Chewbacca, our fearless leader, through the final corner and right up ahead. It looks like the move is almost done, but now we're looking at UJ2K and Devon. Let's get back up to Chewbacca, and Nick Rojas has already passed the Shoeman. Back to another battle. This is Quas and Andrew again. And Andrew really doing some good damage limitation on the gap in front, keeping it down to 1.5 within touching distance right now, while still keeping Quas behind. That's the battle for the lead. Bearded, Andrew, and Quas 1, 2, 3. But we're looking at Chewbacca. Nick Rojas right in front of them, looking back at the leader. Thank you, auto camera. The second too late. But this is Quas staring at Andrew, staring at Bearded. And now back to the Chewbacca battle with Nick Rojas on the inside of turn 10, side by side. Are they going to do it through turn 11 as well? They sure are. Oh, big wiggle from Rojas. He really was perfectly tucked in behind, but wanted to let up just to make sure and had a hesitation there. That really lost him that second position to Oleg now, who's tucked in behind his friend Chewbacca into 14th place. Oh, Chewbacca's pushing, Oleg pushing hard in that blue car right behind. 14th place, the 64 car. Wiggle quite a bit, getting unstable there out of the final corner. Oh, there's another battle going on right behind him. DJ Harris and Devon side by side in turn 1. Turn 2 as well. Turn 3, no, it can't all end in daisies and unicorns. Someone had to give, and they both ended up making some mistakes there. Well fought and executed. They tried. Diego and Kong side by side. Kong tucking in behind Diego now in 6th place. Oh, right on the derriere as Kong goes wide to shred some speed off. Through the Sachsenring curve and headed uphill. Keeps the car planted, stays close enough to Diego. Half a second back. Lap times, oh, sweating. About a second slower that lap from Diego's overtake. A Chewbacca Oleg battle has opened up by about a second right now. Slinking around there, so we're not going to that right now. Stay on board with the Kong Diego battle for now, staying within a half second from what I can tell. P-Man's getting awfully close to the Atomic Mime. Let's snap to that very quickly. And just a quick update on the leaders. 1.2 seconds back from Bearded to Andrew, and then about 0.6 back is Quas. So we're keeping an eye on the leaders battle as best as we can. This is also getting spicy. A lot of time to be gained, and Shu with quite some pace beneath him. He's just been plugging away, getting points after points. I mean, getting place after place, excuse me. This entire race, really just keeping his nose clean. Staying close to P-Man there. No touching. Oh, what happened to Atomic Mime? He's letting up. Letting P-Man through for some reason. Don't know what that was about. Trying to get some screen time. Oh no! Think he was trying to let Chewbacca through as well. And then just had some contact there as he now comes back into the track and is side by side with DJ Harris. Not quite sure what was going on. Couldn't quite make heads or tails of that one, unfortunately. Oh, no, 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 no. Gotta snap back to the leaders real quick. I see Quas is within 3/10 of Andrew right now, but Andrew's within a second of Bearded right now. So if Quas is smart, he'll know that they're just catching. They don't need to fight this. Quas is faster, though. He'll think he's being held up by Andrew. Man, oh man, oh man. How does this change your driving style? If you were in Andrew's shoes, what would you be doing? Excuse me, if you were in Quas's shoes, what would you be doing? Would you be trying to make the overtake? Or would you know that you're doing the best you can to catch? Only got 4 laps left. Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ding! Hopefully everybody knows that that was sarcastic. Yes, Klaus is waiting for the perfect moment. I do agree with that. He's smart enough to know the game he's playing. I think so. Oh, here it comes. Momentum. The pendulum swings in his favor. 4 laps left. Andrew covers it off, returns to the racing line. Moss can't do anything about it. Goes super wide on the entry to the final corner. Sets it up well. Trying to get a big old run at it. Not faster that lap, though. They are catching Bearded 1/10 at a time. This pendulum is a swinging, folks. Couple more mistakes out of Bearded, and this will go in the other direction. Looking at Nick Rojas now having a big old wiggle behind the Atomic Mime. Trying to get from 14th to 13th. But not doing that. I bet we've talked to Andrew before. He's normally calm, cool, and collected. But he told us himself that was his first pole position here at the lab, or first one in a long time. The nerves may have gotten to him. Back on board with the leaders. Good battle between Quas and Andrew. And let's get on board with Andrew now. Looking down the barrel, half a second back from the leaders. Oh my goodness, what a chunk of time taken out from the leader. Andrew took out 3/10 that lap alone. On Bearded. Bearded sure is sweating. Andrew's pushing hard. I don't know if he saved tires for the end or if he's just got the momentum in his favor now. Oh, Quas is late on the brakes, really closed down the gap. But how does this hold up for the exit of Sector 1 and setting up Sector 2 now? The drivers really slinking around each other right now. I know there's other battles going up and down the field right now, but I want to stay on the battle for 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. Maybe a repeat of last race's final laps. You never know. Man, oh man, this is great looking racing. Oh man, look at these guys push. 310s, 310s, 310s. Let's go, baby. This is back at the lab racing. 2 laps left. Let's go, folks. Look at those lap times, nearly identical between them. The tiniest mistake will make it or break it for these drivers up at the front. Let's see who's got nerves of steel. Sorry, I'm trying to find all the cameras offered here. Not a whole lot of choices to go through. Oh, here it is. Andrew's opportunity on the inside of Bearded. Coming through turn 10. Holds him out to dry. Couldn't quite hold onto it, though. Super respectful. I wonder what was going on there, but really great side by side from 9 and 10. Not over yet, though. Still 2/10 between the two drivers. Coming to the second to last turn. That Sachsenring curve. Now coming up to turn 13. The final corner can really unbalance the car. Send the drivers one way or the other. It's nose to tail right now between the final top 3 drivers. Oh my God, Quas may be trying to make a move on Andrew going towards turn 1. This is exactly what Andrew warned us about, and it's happening to him now. Quas is through on the outside. Quas tried to hold him to it on the inside. Little side by side bumping and grinding going on. Quas shoves back in the AMG Porsche. Andrew has to give up and tuck into third place. It's not over yet, though. Quas, is going to try to hold Andrew to it. Andrew's trying to go for a switchback at the exit of Sector 1. Can't hold on. Little bit of a wiggle there coming out of Sector 1 and on through Sector 2. Andrew's pushing hard. The drivers are giving everything they have on the final lap. Oh my goodness, Quas is going to give Bearded a run for his money now. Only a 10th back now. Coming to it. Oh, Sachsen curve. Are you going to give it to us? Will your name provide? Oh, couldn't get a wheel well on the inside. Bearded checks up at the apex. Quas was hesitant at the beginning of that curve and tentative. And he gets through on Bearded when he got on the brakes. And holy Toledo, Quas on the final lap overtakes 2 cars, gets first place, and that's it, folks. Bearded gets second, Andrew gets third, Riot gets fourth, Ben B in 5th, Kong in 6th place, Huckster in 7th, Misha in 8th, 9th place going out. Oh, little bit of switchback engaged, swapping back and forth. Payman gets one over on Brett Shepard at the line. 9th and 10th place inverted P-Man, Brett Shepard, and Oleg. The Atomic Mind bringing up 12th place. 13th place for DJ Harris. Devon in 14th place with Shibaga taking 15th. Nick Rojas and, the Beijing Cowboy having a drag to the line for 16th and 17th place there. FFX having a drag to the line with Matt DLH, the Arizona Cowboy, in 19th place. UJ2K in 20th. Kevin Duty in 21st. And Baloney in 22nd. But holy Toledos. What a last lap. We gotta grab Quas. We gotta grab Quas. Quas, are you there or have you stepped out for a break? Well-deserved break.
I'm here.
I'm gonna have to turn you up in Discord real quick. You are up to 200%. The viewers state that my interviewees have been a little quiet, so if we can amplify your voice, that'd be fantastic. But uh, I just amazing last lap, by the way.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Do you want to talk us through that as loud as you possibly can?
Uh, yeah, it was just a lot of close racing. Honestly, it was all a blur for me. Like, there was so much stuff happening. So, um, yeah, it all came down all the way down to the last corner. We were in within like 2 or 3 tenths, or 2 or 3 seconds, like to
Yeah.
win the whole race. It was super intense.
Were you intentionally being patient all race long behind Andrew?
Yeah, I really didn't want to lose Bearded because that's what happened in the first race at Laguna. So I wanted to be a little more patient this time and not go for any crazy dive bombs too early. So yeah, I think it paid off.
100% patience paid off because once you got past Andrew, I kept asking the viewers and just saying it out loud as I was wondering if what your strategy was, but just absolutely phenomenal racing. That's so exciting to be a spectator of. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Have a good one, Quas. Take care.
Yeah, you too.
We do have a little bit of a break, folks, so go ahead and grab yourself some water, grab yourself a nice, tasty, warm beverage. We'll try to grab one more driver real quick as we go up and down the grid. Let's see who we want to talk to. Let's grab Brett Shepard, who had an exciting race, I believe. Hello, is this Big Calf, Small Toes, Doggo? Brett Shepard.
Yeah?
Hey, how's it going, sir?
Oh, wait. Did I get pulled in?
Yeah, you got pulled into the commentary booth. How are you, sir?
Good. How about you?
Oh, I'm just living the dream. You had an exciting race there.
It was fun.
Yeah, sure was, wasn't it? And then, did you have a drag to the line with P-Man there at the very end?
I gave him a slight little. He took the inside. I kind of didn't give him enough room, so we kind of gave him that last little turn in, and we had a good little run. It was a good fight the last couple laps.
That's awesome. How have you been enjoying these Porsche GT4s? We tried to pull you into the booth at Laguna Seca, couldn't catch you. Maybe you're out for a smoke break.
Right? No.
Well, I mean, we've got the no smoking sign right above your car here, so I don't know. Maybe it's a sign, Doggo. It's a sign.
It is a sign. But yeah, it's been super fun. Avid lover of the Porsche, and it's been a great season so far with everybody. It's been a lot of clean racing, so you can't ask for more.
Oh, that's right. And the Porsche is your car as well. I completely forgot about that. So you must feel a little right at home, don't you?
Yeah, it feels, but not fast enough. Always eager to shave off some time.
Right on. You'll definitely get faster with a group like this, right?
Exactly. I agree.
Right. Thanks for hanging out, brother. With the greatest set.
I appreciate it.
Good luck.
All right, thank you.
And that was our boy Brett Shepard, aka Doggo. And go catch him on his stream on Doggo. And it looks like UJ2K is giving us a little bit of flashy flash. We didn't get everybody's livery, so let's go through Valoni. This is a Brava Racing Kev Duty stream. I believe that's the Puerto Rican flag. I would believe. I could be mistaken. I've been wrong about flags in the past. The lights are about to go on. Away they go. This is the UJ2K's livery. Won't have time to look at, unfortunately, but away they go towards turn one. UJ2K, we've got Matt with a big old breakaway going up the middle, splitting the grid in half, going up into third place for a brief second. Big old side-by-sides going on, almost 3 wide in the midfield at turn one already. Matt losing out on a lot of places, just being out of position there, going through turns 1 and turn 2, possibly getting them back up into 6th place now. With the Beijing Cowboy going side by side with UJ2K, and he's second now, in third and second. There's Chewbacca taking a look at Kevaduty in 5th place, rightfully called out by the Elevator 35. Hold on, it sounds like someone's on the inside. Big old send from Nick Rojas, it looked like. We're on board with Matt looking at the battle between Chewbacca and Nick Rojas with a big old send over the curb. Unsettled his car. Chewbacca is going to be tucking in to try to take advantage of that any second now. Matt slipping away down the grid a little bit, but holding on to his own. FFX right behind Matt DLH now. No, DLH losing out on positions is kind of left, right, and center now on the opener. And FFX now the next one to make a move, and it looks like a three-way battle up at the front. No, this is Ben B. There's the battle up at the front between the Beijing Cowboy and UJ2K, now finally settled. Unless UJ2K's got a response to it, he sure does. Almost blows through turn 1, and the Beijing Cowboy's got the inside switchback covered off, and maybe trying to get to turn 3 first, but can't do it. Looks like there's a side-by-side going on behind these two drivers. There it is. The one between Nick Rojas and Kev Duty in the red striped car down the middle. How do you join these races? You should join us on Discord back at the Lab Racing. There should be a join us on Discord. You should be able to sign up and get involved. That's all there is to it. And we've got DJ Harrison, Nick Rojas. Thank you, Misfit. Appreciate it, brother. Forgot that was a thing. Should remember to activate Nightbot every once in a while. Oh my goodness, the Atomic Mime and Riot and the Skidmobile. Oh my goodness, look at this four-way battle. Holy Toledo. Oh no, and the Atomic Mime goes sideways out of the final quarter. Oh my goodness, no. Oh my goodness. This is still gonna stay a four-way battle though. Looks like Bearded, Riot, Quas, and Kong. No. All coming together at turn 1. And it's all kerfunkles now. Look at this. Okay, so let's get this straight. It's Misha leads Kong, leads Riot, leads the Huckster, leads Bearded, leads P-Man, and the Atomic Mime in this giant GT4 train. And Chewbacca's up into 4th place. Holy Toledos are out. He's gonna do it, by golly. Let's turn back on auto camera for just a second. No, we won't, because Riot's about to make a move on Kong. Uh-oh, Atomic Mime having another incident, tumbling to the back. 22nd place for them. Oh, on the inside. Toxic curve, no. Oh, Chewbacca and UJ2K going side by side. Look at this four-way battle going on. Chewbacca's got the pace to get up into a podium position. Are you kidding me? He's got to hold off Nick Rojas and the other Bumblebees behind. Oh, Chewbacca's already caught. He's got to pass now. Look at this amazing gaggle of cars behind UJ2K right now. Absolutely intense battle. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh yeah, he's hungry. He wants it. But man, he's got Nick Rojas right behind. And like Quas talked about during his interview, at some point you got to give up some attacking opportunities to defend and vice versa. Side by side, it looks like Nick Rojas behind, getting overtaken by Ben B in the red, white, and gray livery Kuno's car. And that's signed, sealed, and delivered. Chewbacca's been super patient behind UJ2K. I just don't want to see it bite him in the butt here going into turn 1, trying to go around the outside. He's got to really pick a line now, and he's stuck in the middle between UJ2K and holding back DJ Harris, trying to go for a switchback on the inside. Can't quite get it done to UJ2K. Had to cut across the grass. It's not even tight 1 through 5. It's tight everywhere. Look at the gaps. It's probably, yeah, it's all within 10 seconds. All the way back to 13th place. Unbelievable gaggle of cars right now. Unbelievable. Unique line choice is definitely a Valentino Rossi Laguna Seca type move. No, and Chewbacca, in the 2 seconds I look away to look at the data, Chewbacca tumbles down and into 11th place we go. Gosh darn it. The hometown favorite Chewbacca tumbles down to 11th after performing so well in the Stabilo Porsche. Oh man, oh no, and those tires are absolutely roasted, and he goes off to the side. And man, you're gonna wonder if Chewbacca is gonna want to park the car and collect his free points or keep on trundling around the track with those roasted tires. We've talked about it before, talking about it again, just how punishing this track is gonna be. Andrew battling Oleg, even at 20th and 19th place, the drivers won't give up. That's something you love to see. This is absolutely what I love about this league. No one cares what position you're in. We are fighting to the bitter end. I love it. Great battles up and down the field. Great spread of drivers. Great spread of difficulty and challenges. Ben B's promoted himself up into 13th, into 3rd place now. 5 seconds behind the leaders. Nick Rojas passes UJ2K now and drags Riot along with him, but Riot's now being opportunistic to try to get 2 for 1, able to get it done through the final corner, set it all up through the Sachsenring curve, but now it looks like Nick Rojas might want to snap back on the inside of turn 1. Can he defend well enough? I think so. Riot's got it secured, it looks like. Oh, Beijing Cowboy looks to have taken advantage of a mistake from Valloni. Looked like it was a half a second back the other way, but the Beijing Cowboy is now through on Valloni. Bumblebees coming around the ring. Absolutely. Oh, no. Oh, no. Devon doing the right thing, holding on to his brakes after he spun out. Unfortunately, collecting P-Man as he was stopped right on the racing line runoff. I think the race volume could be louder. I can do that. Thank you for letting me know. And sometimes it changes due to the cars, obviously. How about that? Maybe a little bit better there. like obviously, oh man, a little bit of a side-by-side there. UJ2K on the inside of the Huckster. And room was given and through. Perfect. No, thank you, Misfit. Really appreciate the live feedback. It's hard to sometimes do all this by myself, so I really appreciate you always giving me some feedback and support. So thank you. Drivers in the series, I believe we can have up to 30 drivers in this series. Oh, Atomic Mime really not having a good time of it here tonight. 22nd place, keeps on losing that rear end. That setup just not being stable enough for them. Man. Oh, man. This pendulum of a car, it's got to be the way the rear end is set up, but there can't be that many setup options because it is a GT4, a street variant car, right? So I imagine there's some level of restrictions. Quas and Ben B side by side up at the front. Oh, going into turn one, looks like Quas has Ben B dead to rights. Ben looking for a switchback. Maybe knows he doesn't have the pace. Tucks right back in and will do well by sticking on his heels for now. Quas has done very well to promote himself up from the rear of the grid towards the front. I do believe some people are dropping out or have dropped out. Keep your eyes peeled for the Discord, to be honest. Oh, Riot and DJ Harris. Big ol'... Oh, DJ Harris had an incident there, excuse me. Going back to Quas, and he's about to make an overtake on Valoni. And plus, there's always a new season every month. So once this March series ends, we'll start this all over again and have more fun. Quas really sniffing on Valoni, trying to get this one set up proper for T1. He's setting himself up for the outside. Ben B's trying to get involved in this as well, doing well to stick on Quas's tail and try to drag himself up to the front and gain some time. Oh, looks like Ben B's thwarted by Bearded on the inside. Looks like Bearded gets turned in on, possibly. I didn't see it, so I won't call it. I apologize. I shouldn't have said that. But we'll see. The drivers will see what happened afterwards. Man. Oh. Close racing. Close racing. What's Quas's fastest lap? I'll pull up the live timing real quick. See his laps. He's pulling. He is absolutely a rocket right now. Oh, there it is. Done on the Beijing Cowboy. Round the outside in the second and last corner. Unbelievable at the Sachsenring curve. Unbelievable. And don't be fooled. We have some other fast holes here, as I like to call them. Bearded and Andrew doing really well in race 1, but not having the luck go their way in race 2 in the reverse grid setup. There's Bearded making moves, overtaking Misha successfully in sector 1. Now trying to set up Kong and through sector 2. Best lap for Quas with a 1:26.9. So not quite qualifying pace, but he's on track for it, though. There's Bearded making his move on Kong. Side by side now. There it is. Side by side. Through turn 11. Now coming up to turn 12. Sachsenring curve. Nose to tail. Looks like Kong leads Bearded still. Oh, I wouldn't take it as aggressive. Kong and Bearded and Riot know each other very well. And I believe they like to bump elbows back and forth quite often. Here they go. Inside, there goes Bearded at turn 1. Got left space this time in that side by side. Headed towards turn 2. Can Bearded hold on the long way around? He sure can. Doesn't go deep at turn 3. Just a little bit, though. This is dragging Misha along into the battle. They're going to want to end this fast and run away. Keep on driving, boys and girls. Keep on driving. Can't believe it. It's already lap 12 of 14. Just the time flies by in races like this. It makes me wish we had another 14 left to go. Thank you so much for coming by to hang out and chat with me for the entire race. You certainly have kept me entertained the entire time. Sure has been fun. And thank you, Spoona, for stopping by and saying something. Really hope you do join the Discord. And we could see you at Thirsty Thursdays or one of our next events. And sorry for the leaderboard having a little kerfunkel right there. Occasionally does that on some of these tracks where the start-finish line is close to the final corner. I'm glad you're stoked to sign up, but back at the lab, it really is a fun grid to get started with league racing. And we got a couple of fancy things coming up, and hopefully an endurance event coming up in May as well for charity. So that'll be all good things to look out for, and also keep a lookout for some affiliate clubs that we have, like Plebeian Racing, there's Pro Sim Racing, there's Assetto Friends, and there's also the AF2 Racing that we do on Fridays with NASA. So yeah, a lot of good things going on. If you like racing, this is a good place to hang out. Let's see. Here we go. Nick Rojas looking at Valoni now. A lot of the reverse grid drivers really have done a great job of holding on to their positions, and Ben B has done a remarkable job of pushing their way through the front. Let's go see a look at the progression of the drivers. Quas inverting their grid spots from 21st all the way up to first. Beijing Cowboy gaining 4 position. Ben B with 15 gained, 16 now gained for Ben, fighting the Beijing Cowboy heading into the last lap into turn 1. A little bit of swapping back and forth. Riot right behind the fighting duo. And Valoni with a net loss of 4. Nick Rojas with a gain of 1. Bearded winning out 14. Kong with 9 gained. Matt with 5 loss. Misha with 5 gained. Huckster with 5 gained. Andrew with 8 gained. And then losses down the rest of the field, unfortunately. Keeping glued to the intervals for now. Keeping glued to these battles. Beijing Cowboy sure did. Great battles all night long. Trying to hold on. Oh! A little bit of track limits there for Riot, as he really tries to get a run through the final sector and to the Sachsenring curve, but I don't think that's going to do it for him. Everybody's got to slow down here. Oh, he's closed the gap for the final corner. I don't think he's got it in him. Ben B is sniffing the Beijing Cowboy. wants to go gunsling. The Beijing Cowboy has got it covered off. Quas takes P1. Beijing Cowboy in P2. Ben B with a hard-fought battle to gain P3. And Riot in P4. Valoni in 5. Rojas 6. Spirited taking 7th. Kong taking 8. Matt in 9th. Misha in 10th. Andrew in 11th. DJ Harris in 12th. Huckster taking 13th. Brett Shepard in 14th. Chewbacca in 15th. P-Man 16. Oleg in 17th. Atomic Mime in 18th. With Kev Duty in 19th. And Devon in 20th. FFX in 21st. UJ2K taking the DNF. And WM William M also taking a DNF. I want to talk to the Beijing Cowboy, and I want to talk to Ben B. Let's drag them into the booth. Hey, is this the Beijing Cowboy?
Hello, hello.
Hello, how are you?
Pretty good, sir. How about you?
Living the dream. You have been dragged into the booth. Hard-fought battles to keep those guys behind you. You did a great job of doing so.
Sorry, can you repeat question? The engine was loud.
No. You're all right. Just saying, heck of a job to keep the drivers behind you in race 2 there.
Yeah, I didn't have any pace at all. Qualifying race 1, I just found the pace. I was just following some fast guys for a while and held on to P2. Defended a bit, and yeah, it worked out.
Just great defending, and it wasn't without any hard-fought battles. You had to keep Ben B, Riot behind you. Just really good battles up and down the field from anybody you came across. Good, clean, respectable driving. Anything you want to talk about for races?
Not really. It was a great race. Good, respectful racing from the guys at the front. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. That's about it.
Right on. Thank you so much for joining us and hanging out and for the interview. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Good one. Bye.
Ben B, I know you're loitering around. We're grabbing you. We're talking to you.
Oh,
How you doing,
cool.
brother?
Hey.
How are you doing, Ben B?
I'm doing good.
Did you already leave the server? You must have already left the server then.
I did. I'm taking a look at a replay, but
All good. How did your race 2 go? How do you feel it went?
I felt it went pretty well. I think I was able to make up a few places in traffic right at the start. Had a good turn 1. Had a really good. There was sort of a conga line in the middle there that took a little while to pick through, and then was really going at I forget the name, but at the end there.
The Beijing Cowboy.
Yeah, and that was fun. I was thinking I could squeak out second, and then but I also had to kind of defend a Kong, so it was to Riot, so it was tricky. But happy with the podium.
Yeah, Riot was bringing up the rear, making up just as many positions as you were through the field. And man, you had some hard-fought battles in race 2 yourself, so that must have been a lot of fun for yourself, making up 15 positions overall up and down the grid. You got to be pleased with yourself, right, Ben?
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun too. After first race was kind of a procession for me and Riot. We were kind of a no man's land between the leaders and the midfield.
That's right. You were talking about your lack of comfortability with the track and the flow of the cars. Do you feel like you finally got the rhythm underneath you now?
I think so. I hope that translates to the next track. I think this car is really, with this track, is about balance, and I feel like it's making me realize this car is a little bit about balance. I think I try to sometimes lump cars into, hey, does it turn in or does it understeer? And I think this one is really about like getting it to the limit where it is maneuverable and then kind of keeping it there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That makes sense to me. Ride the knife's edge.
Yeah, absolutely. It was just a really fun race, a good combo with this track. I think it was just a great choice from the organizers.
Can't agree more, Ben. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Have a great night, sir. Take care.
You too.
Alrighty, everybody. We've talked to the drivers. We've watched 2 races. We've been to qualifying and back. That's going to be it for me, folks. Thank you so much again for coming to show up and hang out. I got to say, I always appreciate the love, support, the attention that you guys bring to the chat. Keeps me entertained. The 28 laps that we've raced here tonight have just gone by in a blink of an eye. I can't believe it's over. Unbelievable. You know what we're going to do in 1 week's time. We're back at NOLA Motorsports Park. We're doing it right this time. Monday, we're going to be having our practice. Wednesday, we're going to be having the race. Thirsty Thursdays tomorrow. Then we've got Friday. We got Automobilista 2 racing going on. F1 time trial. There's too much to talk about. Go check out the Discord. It's back at the lab, folks. You know where to find us. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitch. And I got to say thank you so much again to all the staff members who are doing wonderful things to support the community and the stream, and all the people that are stepping up into the vacant staff members roles as well. I just got to say thank you so much for all the support that you guys are providing and the assets and support that you guys help out with the team. And speaking of which, let's end it with a great video from one of our lovely staff members and friends, John Gold. Thank you, John, for the video. Have a wonderful night. And as always, everybody, stay safe.
It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Stepping up, don't be I'm so gone, no I'm never turning back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath. Gotta say it to my face while he's looking back. Mirror breaks after math, when I hate I attack. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal.